And before I do that, I'll say hello. Hello, my name is Jessie Lane Lee, and today we're talking about healthy eating over the holidays. So this is really important because usually over the holidays we just throw caution to the wind, and eat all the foods we want to eat, and then we get sick, gross, and our health just goes to pieces. So today we're talking all about how we can maintain that healthy eating so that you don't have to have that bad side effects and so that you're able to enjoy the holidays. So I'm just going to get my slides up now so you guys can see them. And we will start. Here we go. Why isn't it showing? PowerPoint. Okay, well, the slides just don't feel like coming up right now. I'm not sure why. I don't know why everything seems to have changed. If I minimize this, make it big, and go back here. Too many open, and I should be able to take your application window. There we go. I have my slide. Fantastic. Okay, so healthy eating over the holidays. So here's a quick overview of what we're going to cover today. I'm going to give you a little bit of my background about me for those who are new to me. I'm going to cover nutrition tips, and I'm going to talk about how to stay healthy over the holidays. So these will all be really helpful if you are going to lots of holiday parties and events. These will keep you really nice and healthy. So a little bit about myself. Hello, my name is Jessie Lane Lee, and I am a holistic nutritionist, cooking class instructor, and cookbook author. I am also the founder of jessielanewellness.com, where most of you are probably watching this webinar. And I really love teaching people healthy eating to be fun, easy, and most of all, delicious, because delicious is really important as well. So I'm going to go back to my slides now, and we will get started. We're going to jump right in how you can stay healthy over this holiday season. So the first thing I have here is my holiday nutrition tips. Now, these are 5 things you can really strive to do at every party, everything you do over the holidays for the whole month of December, or at least whatever's left over, to make sure you're staying healthy. So the first one I have here is strive for an 80-20. And what I mean by that, if you really want to have 80% of the time eating healthy food and 20% of time just enjoying the holidays. For some of us, balance can be hard, but you really have to keep it top of mind. So if you know you're going to a holiday party, then what you can do is make sure you have a really good breakfast that day and a really good lunch. So at least the first 2 meals that you had that day are healthy and they're good and they're going to set a really good foundation for the day. The next thing I have on here is drink lots of water. So water is something we often forget to drink because if it's not in front of us, we're not going to drink it. So I try to drink about 2 liters of water a day, and I strongly recommend that you do the same. And the reason is it's going to help satiate your hunger, because sometimes when we get that thirsty feeling, we're actually hungry, because we've been ignoring our hunger and ignoring our thirst for so long that we get the So over the holidays, it's really easy to forget to drink water, but it's really important to try to do that. So when you are shopping and at the mall and at parties, carry a water bottle with you so it's always there and available. And then we don't end up buying like a latte or something that costs you like 5 to 7 bucks. The next one is having healthy snacks on hand. So it's really important to have these healthy snacks on hand because during the holidays, if there's something healthy around, you're probably going to reach for a cookie, right? You know, holidays cookies, they're everywhere. So I really highly recommend keeping something healthy, something satiated on hand. For example, when you're shopping, doing all your holiday shopping, have your water bottle with you and have a granola bar, a nice healthy, low sugar, high protein granola bar in your purse. And then that way, when you are hungry, you eat that. It's going to, I don't know, the smoothie bar, really healthy smoothie bar, they're putting yogurt and sugar in there, there's no greens, there's no healthy fats. Or maybe you end up getting Chinese food at the mall. So avoid that. Have healthy snacks on hand. And you can do the same thing in the house too. So in the house, make sure that you have things like trail mix available. Maybe cut up veggies already in the fridge, hummus. Snacks that are really easy to have around and just convenient because when you're busy during the holidays, you're not going to have time to be, making these things. And that leads to my next point, which is prepare a freezable crock pot meal. So I guess we're already kind of already into the holidays. If we can have some meals ready to go for the busy times, especially when it's all the parties, there's after school events for kids, and you're just running all over, running on empty because you're not eating. It's really helpful if you have some freezable meal in the fridge or have some crock pot meal planned. So when you get home, all you have to do is either open that crock pot to a delicious meal or pull something out of the freezer to thaw and enjoy. And then my last tip on here is to eat something green every day. Now, I strongly recommend doing this because green food is what's really going to give you those vitamins and minerals and nutrients. And it's also festive, right? It's Christmas, it's all green, it's very much green for today. So trying to eat something green every day will make sure you're getting solid vitamins and nutrients and phytonutrients that you need to thrive. So that could be in the form of a green smoothie or maybe a salad like the one I have pictured on the slide. Just trying to have something green every day will make you get closer to that 80-20 balance. So this salad is my kale beet ginger salad. It's on my website. You can find it at jessielingwellness.com. And it's great for the holidays because it has that red, green. The ginger gives it a really nice warming flavor. It's absolutely delicious. So checking that out, I highly recommend. So now we're going to talk about how to stay healthy at holiday parties. And this is really the bulk of this webinar because that's where we usually struggle. At home, it can be a little bit easier because we're in our environment, we can prepare, we have the snacks on hand, the freezable meals in the freezer, crock pot stuff ready to go. But when you're at parties, you kind of lose that control. So I really like having these guidelines to follow when I go to parties to make sure I just don't go crazy and end up with a huge tummy ache or a breakout the next day. So the first tip here is to bring a healthy dish. So the one I have in the picture next to me is my baked latke. This is really great if you're going to Hanukkah celebration. But in general, it's really nice to bring a healthy dish with you. And then that way there's at least one thing at the party that you like and that you can eat. So if it's a dish that you love, but it's really healthy, maybe like the salad I just showed you, that way you're going to be able to get the 80-20. Because worst case scenario, you just eat a ton of what you brought and use other people's food. So I highly recommend bringing a dish to your party so that you have health you can enjoy. Again, these other big latkes are really great. Recipe on my website, jessielingwellness.com, and perfect for Hanukkah and so delicious. They're also gluten-free, which is that added bonus. So the next one here is to eat before the event. I also strongly recommend doing this because you don't know what the food is going to be like, right? You go to an event, you don't know what the menu is, you don't know what the food is going to be. So you don't know what you're going to run into. Like, what if you have food allergies and it turns out you can't eat anything there? You're going to get really hungry, really hangry. If it's an event where there's alcohol being served, you'll be drinking on an empty stomach, which is never a good idea. So it's really important when you don't know the menu and for whatever reason you can't bring something with you to eat beforehand. This will also help down the road too. So even if you can eat everything, if it's like tables and tables of delicious food that you want to indulge in, if you're starving, you're going to fill that plate up and just shovel in all that food you would normally eat. If you are a little bit full, so you've had something like the green smoothie I had pictured in the slide, it's going to keep you full. So you're not going to have that desperate hunger where you kind of just eat like everything you can see. So eating something before an event is a really good idea just to make sure that you don't go too crazy during the event. The next one here is to use one plate. So when you're at a buffet, it's really easy to get out of hand, right? There's food everywhere. There's like so much stuff. It all looks good. You just want to try everything. But I strongly recommend you use one plate because think about what you've had your dinner today. Did your dinner come on one plate? Probably, right? You're probably going to fit your whole dinner on one plate. Then why, when we go to buffet, we have a plate and then another plate, and then another plate, and then another plate, and then we end up feeling so full and stuffed and sick and gross afterwards. So what I highly recommend is when you have that one plate, spend time perusing the buffet. Take a look at everything it has to offer before starting to fill that plate. That way, if all the stuff that kind of sucks is at the beginning, you fill your plate with that, and then you see stuff you really want close to the end, you usually end up grabbing a second plate to fill it, and then you end up with 2 plates of food on you. And then if you're like me, you hate wasting food, so you eat both of them, even though half the stuff you didn't even want, you just kind of piled on there if you're hungry, or you just start, filling that plate. So I strongly recommend sticking to one plate. Okay? So that's important to do. Improve the buffet beforehand will make that a lot easier. My next tip is to fill your plate with 50% veggies. Now this one is really important too because that's going to help you get that 80-20 balance. And there's so many delicious veggies that you can have. This salad is a really great one. It's a marinated balsamic salad. It's in my cookbook. It's not on my website. It's in Healthy Fresh Salads. And it's great for the holidays. Again, it has these delicious sweet balsamic flavors. And the cranberries are in there and has that red-green look to it. So it's really important to try to fill your plate with 50% veggies, especially at buffets, because that's going to help you avoid filling up on only the healthy foods, right? It's going to make sure you're getting that really good, really healthy food on your plate. So you got one plate, half veggies, and then half go to town. Go crazy. That's not even 80 to do a 50-50 here on your plate at the buffet. So really try to get that 50%. And there's usually stuff like roasted Brussels sprouts around the holidays with sprinkled pomegranates. They're absolutely delicious. Maybe some salads. Maybe there's roasted broccoli with garlic. There's going to be some veggie options. And if you take that time to peruse the buffet first, then you'll really make sure that you find those veggies. Fill it your 50% and then do whatever you want with 50%. My next tip is, maybe the slides back. My next tip is to eat slowly and really savor your food. So it's important over the holidays to remind yourself that it's all about quality and not quantity. And this is something I really notice when people are at buffets, because at buffets, you kind of get into that quantity feeling, right? It's like it's all free, you've already paid, you want to get your money's worth, and it's all about quantity. How much you can pile on your plate and stuff in your belly before you feel like you're going to totally explode. So I want you to switch that mindset. Focus on quality. Focus on eating foods that you really love. Filling that 50% of the plate that's not the veggies that you love, crave, that you're indulging in, but they're delicious. And then when you're eating that food, savor it. Don't just shovel it in so you can go back and get more. Slow down, take a breath, chew your food, and really enjoy it. On the slide, I had a brownie, so of course, you're going to have lots of sweets over the holidays, but when you're having those sweets, spend that time to really appreciate them. Enjoy them. Let that chocolatey peppermint deliciousness just melt over your tongue. The picture I have here is my deep pecan black brownies, and I'm actually going to be showing you how to cook those live next week. So next Tuesday at the same time, we'll be doing a live online cooking class making candy cane black bean brownies. I'm so excited. So my next tip is to ask yourself if you're truly hungry. Now this is one that will apply before the event, when you're first getting to the event, and then during the event. So before the event, if you're truly hungry, that's when you want to be having a snack, right? You don't want to be going to the event starving. So that's when you want to make sure you have a snack beforehand. When you're at the event and you're perusing the buffet, check in again. Because sometimes we smell the food and we just think we're starving. Really, we weren't coming in, so we're probably still not that hungry. So spend the time to say, how hungry am I? And then, once you finish that one plate, pause before running back out to the buffet and ask yourself, am I truly hungry? Do I really need to go back and get more food? If you take your time chewing and savoring your food, then you should get a clear signal. If you've been shoveling it in, eating really quickly, the problem is that it really takes about 20 minutes from your brain to signal to your stomach that you're full. So if you've eaten very quickly, you're going to miss that signal and you're going to get it halfway through your browse of the buffet. So I strongly recommend taking a break, pausing, and eating your food slowly so you get that signal. And asking yourself, am I truly hungry, before going back to the buffet. Now, you might actually be hungry, and that's totally fine. That's legit. Then go back there. Get one more plate, one, half veggies, have whatever else you want, and go to town. But just make sure you are clear that you ask yourself, am I truly hungry? Do I actually need more food? And then this is a really important one. So if you do overeat, acknowledge it, don't beat yourself up, and then let it go. Because it can be so bad and almost more damaging to do over it, to beat yourself up, to get down on yourself because you ate all of this food, you feel like crap, you ate all these things, you probably haven't been eating, and then you're just beating yourself up over it. That's not going to do you any favors. You can acknowledge it and think, okay, what tips can I use next time in a situation to make sure it doesn't happen? But don't beat yourself up, and then just let it go. Once you acknowledge it, maybe think about what you could do next time. Let it go. Let it go. Because you don't want to stew on it. You don't want to cause an internal negative self-talk, right? It's not going to do you any favors. So, if you are looking for some delicious recipes, I have a great cookbook I'm going to show you. Some of you already know it probably, but it's healthy dairy dessert. So this is what it looks like. And it has some really good recipes that you can use over the holidays. So some of them you've already seen. I'm just kind of flipping through here. It has, oh, that's on third page, let's see. Ice cream recipes. This is a really healthy ice cream, no sugar added. I love it. Strawberry rhubarb, that's what makes me know. Oh, this one's pretty good. An apple pie for the holidays, always delicious. What else? Oh, this one's really good. I like this one. It's an upside down banana pear cake. It's really good. It's pretty healthy. It's a pretty decent dessert. Or breakfast for that matter. I'm trying to find the more festive ones. Oh, these ones. These ones are delicious. These are dark chocolate truffles. OMG, they are so good. They're actually healthy. So with all of these desserts, you're actually getting things that you don't have to feel guilty about eating. These ones are really great for bringing to holiday parties. These are my chocolate hazelnut truffles. They're just so pretty. There's just tons of recipes from here that are really great for the holidays. All-time favorite, real food gingerbread men. This is a huge hit. Whenever I make these, people go bonkers, and they're so healthy. They're made with sunflower, so they're not free. They're sweetened with dates, so there's lots of fiber there that's going to slow the release of the sugar into your bloodstream. And that means you're not going to get a sugar spike followed by a crash. These also have real ginger, which I love because it's nice to have actual ginger. And there's just so many. This one's a really neat one, chocolate basil cake. I love it for the holidays because you can use mint instead of basil, or you can use the basil, but both ways, it's absolutely delicious. So lots of really great recipes in here, and they're all using healthy ingredients. They're all free from artificial sugars and sweeteners and all that stuff. They all use natural sugar. So the most sugary sugar used here is coconut sugar, which actually has almost half the glycemic index of regular sugar. So that means it affects your bloodstream, the sugar in your blood half as much. So you don't get these spikes followed by crashing. There's also a lot of really great recipes that are gluten-free. So in the cookbook, 26 recipes are gluten-free. So really great if you're going to holiday parties where you know there's a lot of calories. There's also 17 that are vegan and paleo, and then 12 of them are actually 100% sugar-free. So they're either sweetened with stevia, which I adore, but that's a whole other topic, or they're sweetened with like fruit and stuff like that. I highly recommend checking out my cookbook. You can find it at jessieleemullis.com/dairy-free desserts. And the one I was showing you is the hard copy. So you can order that through Amazon.com, Amazon.ca, Amazon.eu. Pretty much any Amazon, you can find it there. And there's links to that from my website. And it is $16 US for the printed one, and the digital one's only $8 Canadian. So a lot cheaper what you're going for. And it also makes a really good gift. If you know someone who really needs sugar, then it's a great gift for them. Okay, so here is a quick little summary of everything that we covered today. So, how are we going to eat healthy over the holidays? We talked about drinking water. So, making sure we have at least 2 liters of water a day. And whenever we leave the house, we have water in the water bottle so that we can very easily take a sip and stay hydrated while we're shopping, running errands, parties, wherever we find ourselves. We talked about 80-20. So finding that balance where we're eating 80% green, 20% here. And eating something green every day. That was a really big one because we want to make sure that we get those phytonutrients, vitamins, and minerals that are so important to our health. We also talked about bringing food to parties. So offering to bring your own food or just bringing food to potlucks and stuff like that that you love, that you're really into, so you have something to eat at. The next one is to fit everything on one plate and make that plate 50%. Because when you had dinner tonight, you probably didn't have 2 plates of food. You probably had 1. So why is it any different when we go to a buffet? We're looking for quality over quantity. And we're going to eat slowly and really savor our food and enjoy it and just taste all of the deliciousness of the holiday food we're going to have. We're going to make sure that you're truly hungry for seconds. Really important. And then a couple other things here. If you are looking to make your holidays more green, it's really fun to wrap your gifts with alternative things. So this is kind of, that's like the healthy eating. This is more just general health for the holidays. So I'm really big on not using wrapping paper because it is such a waste. We just throw it in landfills. So I have these beautiful bags that my mom sewed for me that are made with holiday fabric. There we go. And I use ribbons to tie them up. So doing stuff like that, or using like an additional wrapping paper, recycling wrapping paper, stuff like that, a really great way to green your holiday and make sure that you're not contributing to landfill and making it healthy for the environment. So, with all that said, I hope you guys are able to take away some great tips for healthy eating over the holidays. I have got a challenge for you. I want you to use 3 of the things we talked about. I want you to commit to trying them this holiday season. So here they are again. So look at that list. Choose 2 things or 3 things and commit to try them. Because I really want you to have a healthy holiday season. I want you to feel good these holidays. I don't want you to feel stuffed, bloated, just gross and icky and yucky. So I really want you to choose 3 of these things and make sure you try them this holiday season. And then I want to know how it goes. So I want you to come back, send an email to info@jessielanewellness.com or find me on social media @JessieLWellness and let me know how it works. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know how the holidays are going for you because I want to hear from you. I want to make sure that you're able to use my tips and that they're working. And I want to support you as well. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me or find me on social media. I'm so happy to answer them. That's my main goal, is helping you feel healthy this holiday season so you can feel great. So thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I really hope you were able to figure out how you're going to stay healthy these holidays so that you can feel great, and then New Year's resolutions will just be a piece of cake. You're all ready.